we have Australia's largest range of tyre brands and sizes. Find a cheaper identical tyre locally stocked and we'll beat it. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
Well, welcome to the elimination final for the NPL 2014. The Victorian Champions South Melbourne travel to take on the Tassie Champions South Hobart. John, is there anything more exciting than knockout football?
There isn't, David. It's very exciting indeed. South Melbourne travelling to take on the Tasmanian Champions in their first game back on the national stage in 10 years, David. It's very exciting for the club and for the supporters that have travelled across the Bass Strait to watch their team play today. A couple of hundred have travelled down from Melbourne. Let's see how the boys go today.
Musa thumping that one long and headed back there on the touchline. Flicked on here, Theodore probably not tall enough to contest that one. Milos Lujic comes through, Lujic with the shot and good save. Pearce there did nicely with his left foot to get that one over the bar. It opened up well for Milos Lujic, but the keeper was too quick for him.
Kane Pearce, the goalkeeper for South Hobart, certainly awake for this one. The game only a couple of minutes old, and he sticks out his left foot, makes a vital block as Milos Lujic is denied the opening goal here at the South Hobart ground. Milos Lujic through on goal there, goes for a shot. Kane Pearce, the goalkeeper, left foot comes out and he flicks the ball out for a corner.
Well, short corners haven't worked this season. Tries a long one over there. Eager, the header down onto the ground, off the crossbar, still alive. Musa, Reid, there's the first goal. What a way to start the NPL campaign for 2014. Jamie Reid unmarked close to goal, but it was a spectacular finish over his head. South Melbourne 1-0. Couldn't ask for a better start than that.
Brilliant start here, David. The game only 6 minutes old and South Melbourne have gotten off to an absolutely flying start here. Michael Eager, the captain, with a powerful header off Brad Norton's corner, comes off the crossbar, goes back into play. James Musa, the other centre half, he puts the ball into the area, and there's Jamie Reid with an overhead kick. That's a spectacular overhead kick as well, David, and Jamie Reid opens the scoring and scores his 14th goal of the season across all competitions as well. James Musa here, we'll see behind the goals, flicking the ball back to Reid, and that's a very spectacular overhead kick that goes past a stranded Pearce. Not much he can do. It goes in the back of the net, 1-0 to South Melbourne.
Great start to South Melbourne there, and the travelling fans really enjoying that one too. Trying to get something going with a long ball. They have a very dangerous strike for South Hobart. Scored a lot of goals this season. This man, Brennan's been responsible for a number of them. Brennan open on the right-hand side, gets around his marker. Brennan across the face and just wide. Maynard dived at full stretch. It probably had it covered, but good move there by South Hobart.
A very good move, and their first forward player of the game as well, David. Andy Brennan, who scored 25 goals this season for South Hobart. A fantastic achievement by their number 10. He darts around all the South players and then goes for a shot. It goes across Chris Maynard's goal and out for a goal kick.
Norton plays that one low and flat. Jawani keeps his feet well. Licky Jawani plays that one right and deep onto the left. Epifano looking for that right foot, playing it in towards the middle. Sits beautifully for Lujic. Lujic on the turn, shoots over the bar. Probably should have played Jamie Reid. I expect that's what he'd do if he had his time again there, Milos Lujic. That one evading the traffic well, and South Hobart on the break here. Eager should have that one covered. Maynard, oh, that's a mistake from Maynard, and the shot there charged down by Eager. Brennan's shot, Michael Eager saves it with his head, and Musa eventually clears South Melbourne out of jail that time. Short pass to Norton. Be careful here, Brad Norton. He's overstretched himself, and it's stolen by Mann. Mann looking for a shot here. Mann goes in there to take it away. He's gone down, shouts for a penalty. Referee waves it away. Geez, that one looked close, John. Have we got out of jail on this one?
I don't know, David. At first instance, I think we have. We see Braden Mann dispossessing Brad Norton. Brad Norton recovers and gets back. Well, on the replay, I don't think it's a penalty, but they have been given, David. We've seen that across the NPL in recent times. Brad Norton does well to recover. We'll probably see it well from this angle. Well, from there, David, it looks like he's just gotten back and won the ball before Braden Mann tumbles over in the area, and I think that's the right decision. Excellent recovery by Brad Norton.
Here goes South Hobart again. They've really had their backs up in the last 5 minutes. Here goes Brennan. That's a bad tackle by Musa. Musa taking out Brennan there, and they're not happy. Scott's in to remonstrate for South Hobart. And well, there's a bit of argy-bargy, a lot of feeling in this game. You can see what it means to both teams. Man's free kick, dipping just over the bar, and Maynard was underneath it, probably had it covered, but South Hobart really starting to dominate the last 5 minutes. Cross in here, but they won't get it that way. South Melbourne grab the clearance, and that is a really bad tackle by Scott. Perhaps trying to remonstrate there, taking out Hutzi Costas. Marler is very angry with that. Well, the referee's trying to break it up here, but it is really on between South Hobart and South Melbourne at the moment. A lot of feeling in this game. It'll be a yellow card, you'd think, for Liam Scott, but, well, that won't be the biggest thing coming out of this. Marler's long ball. Theodore not really the right man to go up and contest for it, but he might get a chance here if it opens up for him. Lujic in the end with the shot. Well, straight at the keeper there, and Pearce will be able to deal with that one. Throw there from South Hobart as they look to try and get some numbers forward. They'd love to steal one before half-time. That's well kept alive. Now Lujic plays Jawadi. Jawadi in for Reid. Lovely ball for Lujic. Great build-up by South Melbourne. The shot from Lujic. Oh, he can't finish the move. Pearce was too quick for him and he couldn't get round him. Punched low and flat towards the box, and here goes South Melbourne. Can they get the first of the second half? Epifano flicks it up high looking for Musa or Lujic. Chance for Theodore. Good save by Pearce. Came out and got rid of that one with his feet. Well, that's great alert reflexes there. Well,
South Melbourne almost getting off to a flying start in the second half like they did in the first. A nice cross to the back post by Epifano. Evades everyone, but not Matty Theodore. He hooks a left-footed shot. And luckily for South Hobart, Kane Pearce, the goalkeeper, makes another important save. Look at the time and space that Matty Theodore has at the back post, and a bit of an acrobatic save there by Kane Pearce, but they all count. He makes the block. South Hobart escape.
South Hobart, the short corner. Flicking that one in. Maynard comes. It's not dealt with. The chance at the edge of the area. The shot's a disappointing one. The keeper had come out committed, didn't take it. A chance wasted. Some nice fancy footwork there, but is he trying to do too much here? No, he's still going. Eager's gone down. No foul, says the referee. Chance across there, and the shot again disappointingly high and not troubling the keeper. South Hobart not taking their chances. Throw goes in there, looking for the header on. Nothing doing. Jawadi contests, and Hutzi Costas, and Hutzi Costas gone down there. Epifano's on the ball, but I think the referee wants to stop the play. Yes, Hutzi Costas, he seems to be in a lot of pain there. Great deal of distress. He's a tough man, Steve Hutzi Costas. You know if he's gone down sore, he must be in a lot of pain. And Tyson Holmes will come on, John Curry to replace him in the middle, but it's great to see Hutzi Costas trying to walk off there, but really disappointing to see him injured like that. Opting to quite well, almost a short pass, come a long pass in the end there, opening up for Tim Marler, flicks it in, great chance, Lujic, oh good save there by Pearce. He came out quickly and charged that one down because Lujic had men in the middle there.
Good opportunity from South, and again another good block by Kane Pearce. So Milos Lujic put through by Tim Marler, had Nick Epifano at the back post, didn't see it in time and was probably rushed. Good save by the keeper.
Tyson Holmes has got the fresh legs, but they won't help him there. Chance now can Brennan get through. He gets around Moose to the ball, played in. Eager fumbles the first time. Oh, recovers brilliantly, Michael Eager. He has been unstoppable today, and that was a beautiful recovery there. That one will be headed clear by Bradley Norton, and Jawadi tries to deal with it. Doesn't do that entirely so well, but Jamie Reid flicks on, opens up. Milos Lujic, he's onside, looks to go around the keeper. He's brought down. There'll be a foul. Yes, it is, and I think that'll be the end of the day. It absolutely should. Johnny with the last man. And it's a yellow card. Oh my goodness me, how has he made that decision, John?
It's a very controversial decision, David. From where we stand, David, I think that is a straight red card any day of the week. Jamie Reid playing Milos Lujic through over the top. It's a delightful through ball. Milos Lujic through on goal. He had the option to even chip the keeper. Gets around him. That's a clear goal that he's going to score, and he's just been body checked outside the area. It's a clear free kick and a clear red card for the goalkeeper, but he stayed on. Only a yellow issued.
Jamie Reid tries to go through the wall, but just wide of the left upright. South Melbourne, well, they're angry after that indecision from the ref. Now Marler flicks that one, looking for Lujic, floats past him, sits for Jamie Reid. Reid on the left foot, across Lujic with the little flick header, but Pearce, who's lucky to still be on the ground, gloves that one. Reid linking up with Theodore. Jamie Reid tries to bustle his way through, but can't quite manage to keep his feet all the way. Oh, that's a poor pass, but it might come off for South Hobart. They've got a man running in behind here. Moosa's chasing. He's got to be careful, James Moosa. And the shot is really disappointing. And you have to say, John, South Hobart really have squandered some chances today. Maynard's ball just bombed up long, and South really looking to perhaps hold on now. They had probably thoughts of more goals earlier in the game, but right now the win is all they'll really want. As Theodore still going here. Chance for Luic. Luic with the shot, saved by Pearce. Loves that one nicely, punches it clear, and South Hobart should get it away. And a second substitution here by Chris Taylor. Nick Epifano comes off for rest. On comes super sub Lemanopoulos. Walk that one out of the back. Need to get some options forward here. Luic, the obvious one. Nicely done here, Milos Luic. Wants space for a shot, Luic. It's half charged down, flicked into the middle. Luic to finish it off. No! He's hit the crossbar. It's bounced clear. I think a corner's been paid. It didn't initially look deflected. South Hobart not happy, John, but that should have been a goal.
That should have wrapped it up, David. Milos Luic beating Scott Lamont, the defender there. A nice cut back for him. That's an open goal, and David, I don't think that's a corner. I think that's just been missed by Milos Luic. What a chance to wrap this game up and ensure South go through to the semi-finals. We'll see from behind the goals a better angle. Nice ball across, Milos Luic unmarked, and goes with the left foot, tries to place that one, and it comes off the crossbar and out for a goal. It should be a goal kick, but a corner is awarded.
South Hobart, still maybe just a few seconds left in this game, and well, they might have a chance here. Eager, tracking back, does really nicely to clear that with his left foot. He was off balance, and there it is. South Melbourne hang on for a 1-0 win. It was a bright start. They dominated the first 15 or 20 minutes of the game. They got the first goal. They looked like they might chase some more. It was a beautiful overhead kick by Jamie Reid. After that, John, you'd have to say South Hobart really got back into the game.
They did, David. South Melbourne started like a house on fire, but South Hobart, the home side, got back into the game and gave South a real fright. Had they been a little bit more clinical, the result may have been a little bit different. Having said that, South Melbourne had their chances as well, and in the end, I think it was a fair result.
Eggs, it was a captain's effort today, mate, and it was very tough watching that game. What were your thoughts about the whole game?
Yeah, mate, it was very tough. Obviously, we'd come and play away. We had preparation. We had to come down last time, and that, so it's always going to be tough. And we didn't underestimate South Hobart at all. You know, we went in, we did enough preparation, and it turned out to be like that as well. It wasn't the prettiest, wasn't our best performance, but we kept a clean sheet, which is the main thing, and we got the win, of course, as well.
Their two strikers have been very dangerous this year. They scored a lot of goals for the champions in Tasmania. Was that something that you were focused on before the game?
Yeah, we did acknowledge that. You know, we looked at them. We had a couple of reports come out of South Hobart as well. And that probably were the two dangers, and they were quick. When we coughed up possession in the first half, of course, ourselves a few mistakes and problems by that. But in the end, I think we did a pretty good job. And you know, they had chances only from our mistakes, but didn't create anything. Whoever we're playing will back ourselves to go and do the job. For the supporters, it's been great today. There's quite a few of them that have come down. You know, it's a bit of a journey. It's expensive, so we're glad to be able to reward them. And hopefully, whether it's at home, away, we're going to do the same again next week.
Jamie, congratulations, the winning goal scorer here. Just talk us through your goal, because it was a pretty interesting goal to see.
Yeah, well, it's a corner and it's gone over the back post, headed back in, and I think I was just sort of looking to loop it back towards goal, and it probably looked a lot better than what it was supposed to be, but it's, at the end of the day, you'll take that.
We got an early goal, and we looked like we were going to go on with it. Were you a bit disappointed of how the game panned out, or was it just a credit to South Hobart for giving us a really tough match? No,
we started well, and then we started to cause our own problems, I think. And we was taking a few too many touches, and then they started to get a bit more into the game, and that's how it happens, especially in these games where it's a one-off match. And they got a little bit of confidence, and things just started to go a little bit their way towards the end of the first half, and I think that's what gave them the opportunity to, or that little bit of a sniff. And I think we just had to kill the game off, and in the second half it was a little bit lighter, and we did the job in the end.
CT, congratulations on the win, but that was pretty hard-fought game, wasn't it?
Look, it probably didn't go to script. I mean, I thought we started off really well, and that was the aim, that we went for hard at them for 20 minutes, half an hour. Probably could have been 2 or 3 up. I thought we had the chances, didn't, and then they came back in the game, became a little bit scrappy. We changed the way we played a little bit in the second half, and they came more into the game. But I thought, on the break they looked likely to snatch it a few times, but then we still missed chances as well. So all in all, results are a result.
Steve Hatzikostas went off with a really bad injury. Can you give us a bit of an update on that? I know it's very early on, but can you give us an update?
Look, he's going to the hospital for scans at the moment, but you know, as soon as he went off, that's a bit of a loss to us. You know, Tyson come on and did well in that role and can fill in there, but Stevie's been quite a vital player for us and giving us a shape in that, so it doesn't look too good for him, so that will be a bit of a loss for us.
And what were your thoughts about the fans today that travelled across?
But we get that every week from the supporters. We've got the best supporters in the country, and you know, it showed again today. They were out there in force, you know, flying across. You know, you wouldn't get A-League teams with that many travelling supporters, so yeah, it was phenomenal.